In 2026, millions of professionals are paying for AI subscriptions, yet many find themselves in a strange position. They have more processing power than ever, but they're still spending hours every week wrestling with outputs that don't quite fit their specific workflow. We have reached a point where the basics of artificial intelligence have plateaued. Writing an email or summarizing a meeting is now a commodity feature. The real value is no longer in general intelligence, but in hyper-specialized utility. This diagram illustrates the current landscape. ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude have evolved into distinct ecosystems. Rather than racing toward the exact same goal, each has been developed with different priorities for how it processes information and interacts with your data. That overlapping center represents the basic tasks they all do well, but that is no longer where the value lies. The true return on your subscription is found in the outer edges, the specialized capabilities where one platform performs a specific task significantly better than the others. To find those edges, we ran all three through 8 identical real-world prompts. We evaluated them across 30 categories, from high-stakes Python coding to extracting complex business plans from dense financial records. We used that data to build the AI workflow matrix. Instead of crowning a single winner based on a point system, we've mapped these results to the specific needs of developers, writers, and businesses. Using the wrong model in 2026 doesn't always lead to a bad answer. It just introduces a layer of invisible friction that slows you down every single day. For writers and marketers, the primary bottleneck isn't just generating text. It's generating text that feels organic and doesn't require an hour of human rewriting. In our first test, we asked the models to draft a 1,000-word creative blog post. Claude produced a draft with a rhythmic, human-like cadence. It avoided the predictable sentence structures common in AI writing, resulting in a piece that felt ready for publication with almost no editing. However, there is a trade-off for that quality. Claude currently lacks a fluid, native web search tool. If your writing requires real-time factual verification or data on current events, you will likely find yourself cross-checking its claims in a separate browser window. ChatGPT approaches the creative process very differently. When we tested it on marketing ideas and SEO copy, it focused on structure and volume rather than pure tonal nuance. This comparison table shows the scores from our creative testing. ChatGPT excels at building out the SEO framework and generating a high volume of structural ideas quickly. However, it often relies on repetitive phrasing that requires a human touch to feel authentic. The data shows a clear divide. ChatGPT leads in search optimization and the speed of structural generation, while Claude wins on the quality of the tone and creative phrasing. For creative professionals, the choice comes down to which part of your workflow you want to automate, the initial structural drafting or the final tonal polish. For developers and enterprise users, the priority shifts towards data integrity. In these workflows, a conversational tone is less important than a model that can handle complex logic and math without introducing errors into the system. This quadrant chart maps performance based on our document analysis test, where we ask the models to extract a business plan from a 200-page financial PDF. Claude plots high on the vertical axis for narrative comprehension. It successfully identified themes across the entire document without losing context. ChatGPT, however, plotted further to the right on the accuracy scale for pulling out specific, isolated numerical figures and financial data points. There is an operational factor here as well. Claude often enforces strict usage limits during heavy analysis, which can pause your work. ChatGPT offers significantly higher volume limits, allowing for continuous querying over long sessions. We saw similar results when generating Python code and solving multi-step math problems. ChatGPT is built for speed in software development. It relies on a library of standardized coding solutions, making it very effective for quickly building common application features and common scripts. Claude takes a different approach to logic. When we tested it with zero-shot reasoning, asking it to solve a logic problem with no previous examples, it was less likely than ChatGPT to hallucinate an impossible solution or a fake function. Enterprise users have to choose between ChatGPT's ability to handle high volumes of standard tasks and Claude's more cautious, reasoned approach to complex document synthesis. For students and casual users, the primary need is often a frictionless tool that connects to the apps and services they use every day. This is exactly where Gemini stands out. In our travel planning test, Gemini used its video understanding features to watch YouTube travel vlogs, identify the locations mentioned, and check their current operating hours. Gemini is built to live within the Google Suite. It can pull your flight details from Gmail, map out the distances in Google Maps, and export a formatted itinerary directly into Google Docs without you having to copy and paste a single word. The trade-off for this integration is often found in the quality of the text. Gemini prioritizes speed and convenience, but in our testing, it was more likely to produce generic writing or minor logical errors compared to Claude or ChatGPT. ChatGPT approaches daily utility through its mobile features. Its advanced voice mode offers conversational brainstorming with almost no lag, and the integrated image generation allows you to create visuals for a project while on the go. This scorecard breaks down the multimodal experience. For most users, ChatGPT provides a more robust standalone mobile tool for voice and images, whereas Gemini acts more like a personal assistant for your existing documents. Cautionary note: note the privacy row on this scorecard. Unless you are using a specific enterprise account, these models typically use your mobile interactions to train future versions of their AI. Your brainstorming sessions are generally not private by default. For casual users, the decision is a balance. You are trading deep analytical rigor for the convenience of an integrated ecosystem and faster mobile interactions. Because each model has specialized so heavily, the best AI is simply the one that removes the most friction from your specific day-to-day tasks. Here is your decision tree. For writing or document analysis, choose Claude for logical nuance and human tone. For administrative speed, choose Gemini to manage your workspace data. For coding, math, or mobile utility, ChatGPT is the best general-purpose tool. This spider chart displays our final scores across 30 categories. When we look at the data, ChatGPT maintains the highest score for general utility and feature variety, while Claude holds the lead for pure reasoning and accuracy in complex logic. AI features and pricing change frequently. Before you commit to an annual subscription, check the pinned comment below. We keep a live update there with the latest document limits and performance changes for 2026. Choose the tool that fits your work and let the machine handle the rest.